So even just from a simplistic initial reading without the tools to understand what's going on here, even just reading through Revelation as just plain flat without any background, although hopefully you've read the rest of the Bible already. But reading through the Bible, getting to the book of Revelation, I already get the impression that this is a pastorally oriented book. This isn't just tickling the fancy of people's minds about what crazy wild things might happen in the future. That could be part of it, but definitely especially at the very beginning and at the very end it comes through that God, through Jesus, through his angel, through the Apostle John, is concerned about the spiritual well-being of the churches. There's some bad stuff going on, and he doesn't want them to be corrupted. He's upset that they are corrupted by sexual immorality and abominations and idolatry and faithfulness and losing their first love. He's encouraged that many of them are standing faithfully and wants to encourage them to continue standing faithfully even through suffering. He wants to warn them that more suffering will continue to come. He wants those who the martyrs and the families of the martyrs and your church mates are being thrown to the lions and their blood is being shed. He wants you to know that the prayers of the saints are being heard and that this injustice will not prevail forever. He wants the saints to know that Christ is victorious in the end. And he wants you to know that the saints need to come out of Babylon, come out of her, my people, in the middle. And even just the plagues and all the plagues, the bowls and the trumpets and the seals, the plagues and destruction, that naturally has a pastoral effect as well, just as far as warning people and knowing that the evils that you are experiencing in this world or will suffer in this world in the future are not a diversion from God's plan. God hasn't lost control. He's very much in control. He knew all this would happen and indeed ordained it. So overall, Revelation has a very pastoral focus, just even from initial impressions. And I think when we dig in more, we'll find even more of a pastoral focus. So if you're reading Revelation and the main things that you're getting out of it are things that tickle the fancy of your mind of speculations of how things might pan out as the Great Tribulation unfolds, at the very least, even if your theories are right, that's not the. I hope that's not the main point that you get out of it, because I think the main point is that God is very much concerned with the heart and soul of his people and wanting his people's behavior, abstain from sexual immorality and worldliness. He's wanting their hearts to be loyal and faithful to the great King Jesus, who triumphs over all, and his kingdom will endure forever and ever. It's indeed a worship manual, and that's how some segments of Christianity have largely taken it. Eastern Orthodoxy doesn't treat Revelation so much as a theology book to speculate about what it means as a worship manual. If this is how Revelation 4 through 5, if this is how worship is happening in heaven, we want to model our liturgy based off of this. And there is a whole lot of, I don't think that's the sole meaning. I think we should get more out of it than that. But there is a large extent to which Revelation is a worship manual. So it should be oriented. It's a very pastoral book, spiritual, should be transforming our hearts and lives, and not just giving us stuff to speculate about.